Okay, sound check. 1, 2, 3. This looks good on my side. Stream seems to be up and running. And we seem to have a good connection, so that's wonderful. Alright, you guys should be able to hear me now, and you should be able to see me now. So welcome everybody. I hope you're doing well. I hope your weekend is going fantastic, and it's going relaxed as well. I've been having a long day today, so looking forward to rest a little bit. So yeah, we're back at it, as I promised yesterday on the stream. We're flying today. Brand new shiny A321NEO with Air India Express again, because I don't really like this livery. And we are continuing our flights across India. Let me just adjust the volume here, because I felt that something was wrong. So yeah, we're now in Delhi International Airport, and we'll be flying to an airport called Srinagar, which is located in a valley surrounded by mountains, a little bit like Kathmandu. If you guys watched the live stream on the 747, it is somewhat similar to that, but perhaps a little bit less extreme. Still very beautiful, and still a place that I did not know, so that would be very, very cool. And we're flying there today. So my point is, I'll continue to study the procedures. I did some practice today in the morning with Emil, so we practiced a bunch of SOPs, just normal procedures, flows, 2D approach, 3D approach. That was pretty good, and I think maybe next week I'll be able to do a flight as well. Oh look, 737 here, Corendon. Flying with us as well. So yeah, that's the main thing. I really like this livery. I think it's just, I don't know, maybe I just like orange liveries, but it's cool. I like the tail, I like the details of the tail, I like the blue details, I like the little gray details as well. And overall, it's really nice. Weather so far seems fantastic. I've also written a report to both Toliss and X-Plane, because what happened yesterday on the live stream with the missed approach, yes, I didn't exactly do the best, like in the best way possible, but when I tried to reproduce the problem, I was not able to. So something was wrong. I'm glad I saved the log file and I sent it over to Toliss, and also I also sent a bug report to Laminar, because we were supposed to have like 5 kilometers visibility and haze, and this is definitely more than 5 kilometers. So yeah, the weather lately with X-Plane has not been very exact, and we got that as well in Hakodate yesterday. So yeah, that's it. РФС Airbus, привет! Прекрасный воскресный вечер, чтобы полетать, я в деле. Отлично. Great to have you here. Sync Crash Flyer, waiting for the boarding. Welcome. You were just in time, and we are about to start. And man, I really like the way it looks right here. Daifuku, hi! Missed yesterday's, but not today. Daifuku, welcome, my friend. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I've been enjoying a lot of your pictures that you've been posting on the Discord with all the different planes and your FS economy. And by the way, let me tell you, I loved that book that you that you made with ChatGPT. That I laughed so hard. I even saved it. Like I saved it in my gallery, my personal gallery, because it's just too good. So this is this is fun. So yeah, Sync Flyer, maybe Indigo A321NEO sometime. Yes, you know what? In fact, this route is flown in real life with Indigo A321. But I just like this livery, you know? I just like this livery so much that I wanted to have a go again with it. But we still have a lot of places in India to fly to, and we will absolutely fly with Indigo A321NEO. That will be a must. So yes, I just don't know where. I just don't know when, but we will do that. Speaking of weather, I'm also not running real time because it's pitch black. It's night time right now in India, and I really want to see the views. Okay, so what I did is a compromise. I planned it in a way, or I've set up the time in such a way that when we will be arriving to Srinagar, it would be like sunset. So not exactly nighttime, but sunset, enough to see a little bit of that beauty, but at the same time appreciate the views and appreciate the mountains. So I hope you guys don't mind that. Otherwise, it's just going to be a pitch black flight, and it's really not that interesting. Therefore, aviation lifestyle. Are you going to fly A320 in the real life? Not yet. I hope so, one day, perhaps. But I will have my MCC training starting in 10th of July. And if you are a crew member of the channel, I'll probably post some stuff, some updates there. I'll be flying there in an A321, which is going to be cool. But yeah, because it's an A321 and because it's an A320, the SOPs are from an A320, so I'm trying to learn and like master, let's say master, or get used to the procedures that are done in a multi-crew environment, which are of course slightly different than a single pilot environment right now, which I'm using. So yeah. Swappy, hey, how are you? Welcome. РФСР, Влад, скажи, какие CSL для VATSIM ты используешь? Я использую CSL, которые для IVAO, переконвертированные в формат для Xpilot. Есть плагин, который их конвертирует, поэтому да. Good to see flying this Srinagar route. I flew in real life from Mumbai and it was sunrise. Oh, cool. Well, we're gonna have a sunset today. Anyway, I've been talking a lot. Let's go. Let's get a run. Oh, no customized cabin this time with this livery, but I still like it very much. So yeah, let's go into the cockpit, do our stuff, starting with brakes, of course, engine masters, weather radar, flaps, this. Okay, my controls work, gear down, wipers off, battery above 25.5, and let's start it. Okay, now, of course, we're gonna wait until the airplane powers up, and while it does that and does its self-tests and so on, we are, of course, jumping into SimBrief, right? As usual. So we are Express India 1012 as call sign, expecting altitude flight level 340. I might do a more direct route here. Maybe we'll see how it goes. Cost index 5, airtime 57 minutes, pretty good. Block time 1 hour and 22. And a block fuel of roughly 6 tons, which is wonderful. In terms of weather, for our departure, as you can see here, 5 kilometers visibility, haze, few clouds at 10,000. We unfortunately are losing quite significantly on the haze part and on the visibility, so whatever X-Plane is doing, they are not doing it right, and they really should fix it. I hope they will. Forecast wise, basically it's all the same. We see a progressively somewhat degrading visibility towards the night, but that should not affect us, which is okay, and it's gonna basically stay all the way like that, which is nice. Really does not affect us. No TAMs, let's see. SMR1 not available due to monsoon maintenance. MLAT multi-level iteration. It is being SMR2 available during maintenance period. I guess this is the... I don't know what this is. Perhaps it's a... I have no idea. Never mind. Taxiway Tango 4 and CR2 not available for ops. And it does affect us. Portion of taxiway mic between taxiway Alpha and Link 30 downgraded for aircraft to code letter Charlie. Okay, doesn't affect us. This doesn't affect us. Let's see if we get any red ones. Exit signboard not available. Okay, threshold indication light. Okay, exit signboard. Okay. Okay, so a couple of light signs. That seems pretty good. Let's see our arrival airport. Oh, beautiful. I like this. No wind, 6 kilometers visibility, which is, again, probably going to be above that. A few clouds at 2,500, temperature 20. dew point 12 QNH 1018, no significant change, and it's gonna stay like that. The forecast literally says variable 2 knots, visibility 6, so that's very, very good. Alright, daily, runway resurfacing, work in progress. It does not affect us right now, which is good. Reconstruction, work in progress. A fling hotel, okay, that's fine. Let's see if we got any reds. No reds, and our alternate, in terms of weather, again, just a low visibility haze, no significant cloud. And this one here becoming gusty wind, well, that's gonna be tomorrow. Not really affecting us, so that's very good. That's actually very good. Let's check the significant weather en route. Oh wow, are we really gonna have one of those super nice clean sky? Fantastic. Yeah, looks like so. Wow, I'm impressed. We're actually looking very good in terms of weather situation here. So let's see, 340. There is a little change here for whatever reason. I'm just gonna stick to flight level 340 all the way there. This is gonna be 6 tons, and what the hell was that? 6 tons, and our diversion fuel will assume as 2.8. Probably not be overweight. Let's check. Zero fuel weight 67.9. Takeoff weight 73.6, max landing weight 79.2, so we are definitely not overweight, which is very, very good. Route is in there, so in terms of briefing stuff, it's all done. Okay, let's come in here. Nav data is correct, the leaps are on. Let me just confirm that I have the AC config correct. Will it break it? No, it will. It will not. Good. Init page, init request. Why is it not there? But I did it. A321NEO. Yeah, it's not working. Well, it's fine. We'll do it. We'll do it. From Delhi to Srinagar. I think it's always a good practice to just fill the box from time to time. Alpha X-Ray Bravo 1012. Nice call sign, I like it. Cost index is gonna be 5. Cruise 340. Expected temperature there is gonna be -45. Hot. Alright, load the plane already. And we start with the zero fuel weight, which I missed. I missed the page, I mean. So 67.9. 67.9, there we go, 183 passengers. Distributed like that, that seems good. And 6 tons of fuel. Quick refuel and defuel. So let's fill that up. Zero fuel weight is 67.9 and 28.5. 6 on the block. Good. Now departure, interestingly, they are taking off with a little bit of tailwind. I watched it on flight radar, so we'll be using runway 10 for departure. And it's a nice and long runway, almost 4 kilometers long, and we'll depart via Sierra Papa 7 Victor. Departure, there it was. And from Sierra Papa, we have to insert the rest of the flight plan, which is going to be Whiskey 35 to Onagi to Mike 890. To Juliet 79 via Charlie Hotel Golf, that's correct, to King, I'm gonna call it King because it's Kilo November Golf, insert, and then we have Atnus and Whiskey 24 all the way to Whiskey 22 via Messar, and then it states as Srinagar Sierra Golf Romeo, which we probably will not proceed directly. but we'll have an arrival. We'll plan that during cruise. So yeah. Okay, so initial is done. Red nav. I will not pre-select anything right now. Progress page. I'm just gonna set Delhi a runway 10. So if something goes wrong, this is where I want to go back, because it's a very nice and long runway. We will of course do a request takeoff data, and because it will take a little bit of time, I'll do as pilot flying my overhead flow, which is gonna be this. CVR test is done in a little bit different way, but we'll do that. Seatbelt sign on because refueling is on. Strobes auto, landing elevation auto, all the rest is checked. Fuel pumps are on as we already completed the refueling. I wish we could hold it and look away so we can see the ECAM indications in the light down there, but we can't do that. I think in fact on the A330 we can't do that. Alright, that's checked. We'll go flight director, constraint range 40. QNH I believe was 100 something, 008. So let's set that, 1008, and it should read 778, which it is. Fantastic. Alright, down here, this is on, this is on. We'll go through the buttons. Oh yeah, we have to power the FADEX to check if there is oil. And there is oil. Good. Very nice. Bleed is fine, that's fine. Let's do a very quick battery test. They're both off and on. Should be 60 and decreasing within 10 seconds. Very nice. Hydraulics are good. Fuel nice and balanced. IPU is off. Oh, it's hot there. For whatever reason, it always closes the doors very early, which I'm not a fan of. I'm really not a fan of. Like that. Alright. Continuing that, this is good, this is good. Do recall and cockpit oxygen is good as well. Fantastic. Alright, let's check received data. Of course, we're going to do flex 51, 51, 54, insert. Let's cross-check it here, reset and on. 49, 49, 52, flex 73, flaps 1, margin 813. Yep. I will take that. Very good. Do we have an initial climb? No, but I'll set up flight level 100 because that's the first limitation. Okay, FDs are on. We need to go towards the init, IRS init, align on ref, confirm, align, and done. Flight plan is left here. Secondary, we'll copy the active. We'll go for the last point of the departure, Sierra Papa, and we'll do new arrival, or new destination in this case. We'll do arrival ILS 10, no star and no VIA, no transition, just so we have a little bit of something in case we need to come back. Okay, good. So that's all set. I'll leave data, position monitors, so we'll see the IRSs. We have 7 minutes until they will be completely aligned. I'll get the bus, and we'll get the passengers to start boarding. And yeah. The Aviator, hello! I flew to Mumbai from there in 2024 with Indigo. Awesome! Yeah, I feel like I should have brought the Indigo with the A321, but we will grab Indigo for a different flight. I just like this livery so much. It is so nice. I don't know. Bus is just parked right near the pole, and we were supposed to see people, I think. Passengers. There we go. The Aviator, for the visibility, you could try the Auto Haze plugin. It uses data from the CAM satellite, which measures optical aerosol depth in real time to give the most realistic visibility conditions. Oh, okay. Let me tell, or I mean, tell me where can I get this auto haze plugin? Is it available on the forum, or let me try to search for it. Is it a Fly with Lua plugin? Auto haze. Explain. Oh wait, it was there, right? Oh, so I probably actually watched it. Yeah, Fly with Lua. Okay. Let's see. I mean, Fly with Lua, we should be able to just put it there. I guess I need to download this one. Is there a download? Currently the live mode is in Windows only. Jesus Christ, somebody's smoking. Smells terrible. Ugh, I hate it. What do I need to do? Do I need to like download like these files, AutoHaze API keys or something? Oh, there's a guide here. Never mind. If I could read, you know. All right, let me try to get this right. Oh. Okay, so let me grab my stuff here. Guide. Alright, go to plugins, Fly with Lua scripts. Silent background helper that fetches weather data launched automatically by AutoHaze. Do not run this manually. Okay, so I need to download all of that. And the TXT. Unblock downloaded files first. Windows marks files downloaded from the internet will silently block them from running. Before starting explain, right click properties and unblock. Okay, so let me see if I can actually get this right so we get the right visibility, because it would be cool. It would be cool unless we get a sync crash. Do you think it will crash the sim? A resources plugin, Fly with Lua scripts. Copy files to scripts folder. Okay, so far so good. That's done. Add your API keys. Existing users will already have their keys. Skip the step. Open AutoHaze API keys and Notepad. Replace each placeholder with your free key. Line 1. Both are free. No. Ah, okay. I guess I need to insert. Okay, I see. Okay, I'll do this later. I'll do this later, but I will do this. Synchronized, if you enjoy flying in India, may I remind you that Aerologic also flies to Bangalore. I see what you're doing there. Maybe later, but not now. Okay, well that's done. We still have 2 minutes until the IRSs will be aligned. You know what? It's a little bit hot. It is a little bit hot. I'd probably put the APU on. Right now, because yeah, I want to cool down a bit. I want to definitely cool down a bit. Also, let's do an NADP out of here. So we'll do 800 and then to 3000. So it's 700, and I'll count 780 plus 800. That'll be 1580. And then we'll do until the 3000, so that'll be 3780 for the acceleration. Seems good to me. And we'll keep configuration. Okay, good. So that seems nice. This is 1,000 feet above. In fact, I should no, that's fine, that's fine. Okay. Good. QNH is right. Everything is right. We've got our ATIS. We don't have controllers. So we could just start with the briefing stuff. Flap is open. Start the APU. Alright, the charts are ready. ATIS are on. We have the supposed clearance. So I do like this, so on VATSIM will be visible. Squawk is set, and we'll go directly for the briefing. And guys, apologize, but I'll not use the briefing that I usually like, or I usually use here. But I'll start as a pilot monitoring. And let me grab this so you guys can see it. So, as pilot monitoring, we'll be departing from runway 10, full length, so it's going to be from Hotel 6 over to Sierra Papa 7 Victor departure, which is on page 10-3 Charlie, effective from the 30th of October 2025. We require RNAV 1, radar required. We can expect radar vectors in case we can't comply with RNAV 1. Follow level restriction unless otherwise authorized by ATC, and simultaneous departure runway 9 and 10 not permitted, which is important because they are literally near to each other. For us, we'll have to be max 250 knots above 5,000, Delta Papa 751, left-hand turn max 250 above flight level 060, and Donut below flight level 100, max 250, over to Sarsawa, NDB. Interestingly, we have a 7% climb gradient requirement until flight level, until 5,000 feet, and our transition altitude is 5,000. We are cleared to flight level 100. MSA for this area is 2,600, which is great. Means we don't have a lot of terrain around the airport, and our extra fuel gives us about 25 minutes of flight time. Now, pilot flying. We'll mention that we're parked right now in here. There is a hotspot. We'll have hotspot 14 between Echo 7 and Echo 9. We'll be taxiing via Echo, because there's a lot of crosses. So Echo 6, left on Echo 7, then all the way via Golf to Hotel... Oh boy, no, wait. Yeah, okay, so Golf Delta 4, then left into Delta, and then Hotel 6 for full-length departure. That's gonna be it. Our stop margin for a rejected takeoff is 831 meters because we are using maximum V1. Because of an engine failure, we'll proceed straight ahead, climbing to 3,000 feet. We'll be returning to the field. We're not overweight, and we have plenty of fuel for holding and for time. We're not running any non-standard or special operations, and that seems all good. Okay, now the pilot monitoring starts talking about some threats. So guys, be my pilot monitoring for a second and tell me one threat that might be here on this flight on our departure, and we're gonna discuss it. Johan, auto haze is indeed very good. I will check it out. Thank you very much. Walney, hi, how are you doing, man? It's great to see you here. I hope you're doing well. The Aviator, you could pop out the eCam display to check it during the fire test. That's what I do. Oh, I never thought about that. That's such a simple yet effective idea. Thank you very much. I'll start doing that. You'll need to create a free account with the 2 websites mentioned in the install instructions as well. You will receive a key from each of them, which you'll need to enter in the required file. I will do that. Thank you very much. Or use the mode from X-Plane. Works without keys too. Haha, okay. Thank you. I love the Toliss aircraft. Yeah, they are great. Alright, so nobody gives me any threats for today. I'll give you a threat. It is pretty hot. We have a bit of a low vis. We're going to consider like the haze situation, but specifically it's quite hot. It's 26 degrees is not extremely hot. Alright, honestly, okay, no threats, guys. We don't have any threats on this flight. Seems pretty good. Alright. So yeah. Then we're going to discuss use of automation. So I'll probably enable the autopilot. Let's hand fly for a little bit. Wait until thrust reduction. So after thrust reduction, I'll enable the autopilot. There are no supplementary procedures, no LVOs, no observer pilot safety briefing, and no dangerous goods on board. Or did you guys bring something on board that's dangerous? If so, I'll dump you out of the flight. I'm joking, of course. In which case, that would be the briefing complete. If you have any questions, let me know. Alright, I will probably connect the pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
And you know what I'll do? I'll do like this, so that we don't block the position for the 737.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Okay, very nice. Let's start closing doors. Chocks will be removed. This is going to be auto, this is going to be auto, this is going to be auto. And because the briefing is complete, cockpit preparation checklist, please. Right, gear pins and covers are removed. Fuel quantity, we've got 5,980 kilos on board and they are balanced. Seatbelts are on, cockpit preparation is complete. ADIRs, all three are on nav. And bearer ref, we've got QNH 1008.
Doors are still open for the GPU or the ASU are still connected.
So that's cockpit preparation checklist
closed and disconnected,
complete.
then I will proceed.
Let's remove the external power. Remove the GPU. Why did it not go to... Ah, fantastic. Can you please go to... Did it actually arm the slide? Are you kidding me? I'll be very mad with the cabin crew. I think the slide is armed? Really? Or maybe it's the ground service? Wait. Okay, it was the ground stuff. Jesus Christ. I didn't give the flight plan. I did. I'm pretty sure like 99.9999999% I did it. Hello, Ekaterina. But I'll do it again. AXV1024. Oh yes, I didn't because I wrote the call sign bad. AXV1024. There we go. That's done. That was a nice catch. Alright, before start checklist is complete, we are being connected. And we'll be asking for startup.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Alright. Ground to flight deck. Are you ready? Yes, they will be ready. So I'm checking my window. Window is closed. Beacon light is on. We've got doors closed and armed. Thrust is on idle and parking brake is set. Alright, in this case, before start checklist, please. Before start checklist, parking brake set, nose wheel steering disconnected, mobile phones both off, ATC set, takeoff speed and thrust, we've got V speeds of 151, 51, 54 and flex 73. Windows both closed, beacon on. Before start checklist is complete. Alright, ground, cockpit to ground, we're clear to push facing towards the west. We'll be starting engines sequence 1 and 2. Alright, when ready to release the brakes, we'll release the brakes. Start the timer.
And you may start engines.
All clear behind us. The AP is running. Let's see how's the temperature. Oh yeah, much better, 25 degrees. Okay. So starting the engines, starting number 1. Let's have a listen. I love when the fuel starts to burn. There goes the fuel. beautiful. Absolutely lovely. Right, engine 1 avail. Cockpit to ground will starting 2. Clear to start 2. Off we go.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set. Clear disconnect.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Ha! Emil, hello! You should be here with me, man. You should be here with me. Thank you so much for the practice today. It was amazing.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Alright, engine avail. Cockpit to ground. We've got 2 good starts. A clear disconnect and shows the pin up front on the left. Very good. So, my flow. This, no anti-ice, APU off. Pilot monitoring flow. This, reset, flaps, trim, which is gonna be down 0, and status check. Hand signals received. After start checklist. Anti-ice off, eco status checked, pitch trim 0 and rudder trim neutral. After start checklist complete, we have received the hand signal. Request taxi. We'll be requesting the taxi, receiving the clearance, lights on, brakes off, my controls, and let's go. Brake check, pedal pressed, pressure 0. Let's go. Is that a proper traffic or is that just static? No, I think that's proper traffic. 727. Really good. Next time we fly to Paro together, right? Yes, in fact, we could do that next week. We could do that next week, like next weekend, just before I go. We could absolutely do that. Alright, we're clear on the right, clear on the left. You know what, we could actually here go on the right. That would be faster, because we would just join Delta. And then all the way up would be a bit easier. And I might just do it. Right, 10 knots in 90-degree turns. That was a great practice for me as well, thank you. Man, you're doing very good, like very, very good. You should be proud. You should be proud. We'll talk about it, I'll do my best so I can join. I think everybody here that's watching will want you to join so we can fly to Paro for a proper, interesting approach. Right, we'll be joining Delta here on the left. I'm gonna head out, have fun. Have a nice time as well, man. Talk to you later. Clear right. clear left. There is Delta. This is a longer plane, you really feel it just from the 320. It's funny, because they are very, I mean, they're basically the same, but then when you fly them, they are different. Alright, we're ready for flight control check. Yes, let's go. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral. Pilot monitoring repeats in silence. Clear ahead, clear on the left. Alright, and once he finishes that, he does the taxi flow, which is going to be weather radar. On... Ah, crap. Why do I always keep with the weather radar? No, 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 no. Not the weather radar. Come on. Starts with auto brake max. Then weather radar. Then I'll have to give the call here, take off config, and then I call for taxi checklist. Taxi checklist, flight controls, checked, flap setting, config 1+F, radar input winch here on and auto, got engine mode selector normal, and ECA memo takeoff no blue. Taxi checklist complete. Oh, the aviator, I think you missed my previous message on the Topus boarding script. Yes, I did. Let me see. And let me also see if I'm not taxiing towards the wrong side, but I'm pretty sure I'm doing a good job, because we need to come towards the dead end. So I'll go until 35 knots. I don't see your Topus message. Alright, clear right, clear left. I don't see your message about the Topus. Is it still supported that? Because I think that plugin is not supported anymore. We're properly taxiing fast. Damn. Okay, now that 727 has to be static. Topus, same brief, hub and open SAM is the best combination for Toliss aircrafts. I think I have Topus, to be fair. I just forget to use it. Or maybe not. But I had something. I'll have to check it again. Anyway, clear right, clear left. There's our turn on the left. It's supported by Hotspo, who is now taken over. Ah, okay. Because I remember that some developer basically stated that they were no longer gonna support that. And it was kind of sad, because it was cool. It was a good add-on. It's being regularly updated. Okay, so I guess after this stream I know what I'll be doing. I'll be checking the Auto Haze plugin and I'll be installing the Topus. Alright, Hotel 6, runway 10 is confirmed. We'll be switching over to Tower. Tower would give us the lineup clearance. And because we have the lineup clearance, I'm gonna put the lights on. I'll have to check the strobes. Pilot monitoring puts the transponder, calls cabin crew, prepare cabin crew takeoff. Final seems clear. Nothing on the TCAS, left side is clear. Daily traffic, Express India 1012, lining up runway 10 for departure, daily traffic. Lineup checklist. Takeoff runway 10 confirmed, TCAS, TARA, takeoff clearance, well, I'm going to consider as received. Lineup checklist complete. try to do a proper lineup here. Okay. Are you guys ready? Let's go. 50%. Chrono on. Got all the lights, yes. Man flag 73 SRS runway. Auto thrust is blue. I would take my hand off. Spot flying, pod monitoring, put the hand on. Say thrust set. $100 knots.
Current on 185 for
V1, rotate. Positive climb. Gear up. Pitch for 15 degrees. Nav. That was a bit more than 15 degrees. And then follow flight director. Goodbye, Delhi. It is a bit hazy, but not as much as it should be, I think. Thrust climb, auto thrust. Please select autopilot 1. They would select autopilot 1. And now we maintain this configuration until 3000 AGL. Delhi traffic express India 1012 airborne passing 2700. Climbing on the Sierra Papa 7 Victor departure. Delhi traffic. Alright, very good. Works fantastic. Swappy, he's managing all 3 plugins. Oh, really? Okay. I love getting my load sheet on CPDLC with Toliss. It is a very cool thing indeed. There is climb, acceleration, altitude. It also tries to shift the passengers around a bit so you get a different CG. Ooh, yeah, that's cool. That is absolutely cool. Alright, there is no traffic. So ATC would give us a clearance, proceed direct to Donut, confirm direct, confirm, execute, no wind. Okay, maybe we have the 5 kilometers of haze. This one definitely looks quite hazy. Transition altitude, QNH standard set, pass 5,400 now. Has speed flat 0. Speed check, flat 0, lights off. Okay, very good. Express India 1012, proceed direct to Sierra Papa. Direct to Sierra Papa, Express India 1012. Confirm direct Sierra Papa, confirm. Set. Very nice. And continue climb flight level 340. Flight level 340 blue. Optimum 37. Probably we're gonna have some headwind there. Synchronous fire, the most important thing is to know what I can get to eat in the flight. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, maybe the haze is not too bad. I know that in Kathmandu it is consistently off. Like, consistently. Outside view. But, dude, look at this livery. It just fits so nice. The scenery, whoever designed it should get a proper raise. Absolutely. Alright, no constraints anymore. We're gonna do airport. Past 10,000 feet. There's no turbulence, so seatbelt sign off. Very good. So this is not a long flight, and I'm taking some shortcuts. Let me see if I can take even more shortcuts to save some proper time here and fuel, as long as I don't cross the border into Pakistan. No, I'm not crossing. Alright, Express India 1012% direct to Charlie Hotel Golf. Direct to Charlie Hotel Golf. Express India 1012. Confirm direct to Charlie Hotel Golf. Confirm. Direct to inserted. Alright, now I would say, I mean, probably we're still on the climb out. We still have a little bit of time. Not much. You have controls, you have communications, and I am gonna do some preparation for arrival, starting with picking up the weather. In fact, he should be the one to pick up the weather, but because I am the one picking up the weather, I would be picking up the weather from this side. So let's leave performance here, flight plan here, and I'll be listening to the ATIS or getting it from the data link. So wind is 0, 6 kilometers visibility, few clouds, 2,500 temperature, 20, dew point 12, QNH 1018. I'm gonna cross-check this with, oh, by the way, look at this order. Beautiful. I'm gonna cross-check this with the explained weather, so we don't have the same problem, which we had the flight, like some flight ago, we had a problem with the QNH where it wasn't right. So because this is a high elevation airport, I'm just gonna cross-check that. Alright, we don't have stars for this airport, which is actually completely fine, because we'll proceed straight for the ILS. Okay, so I've got the weather. The weather is this. I have controls, I have communications. You have controls, you have communications, and I'm gonna prepare the approach. So let's come here. Wind is literally 0. Temperature to 0. Oops. QNH 1018. We'll land with flaps full. Yeah, we'll land with flaps full. Minimus is going to be 5,694 feet. This gives you an idea that this is a pretty high elevation airport. And we'll be arriving via ILS 13, no star, via Mesar. No transition and insert. And because of this, it should clear out completely fine. Yep, good. Let's confirm that it indeed looks good. Constraint mode on. All fantastic. I will also check that all the constraints are correct and are shown as supposed, which is good. Plane is doing a good job of controlling the track. Now, because it's a very long runway there, and oh, interesting. Look at this. There is no apron drawn here. Interesting. Perhaps because this is an airport that's shared with the military, so they don't want to publish this thing, but the runway is very long. So I'll be using auto brake low. It's going to be more than enough. Let's do auto brake low, and let me come here, landing performance. I'm going to reset this. Yeah, this is correct. Let's compute. For runway 31, we still have a margin of almost a kilometer. So that is very, very nice. Landing config full. Let's see if we can go with flaps 3. Nah, but I'll go with flaps full. I think flaps full would be better. Okay, so that is ready. My control, your communications. Or actually, my control, my communications. Check out everything that I did there. Now the pilot monitoring will be cross-checking all the stuff that I did, so like minimas and so on. With prediction and secondary flight plan, we can just copy the active at this point, because I don't think we're going to be proceeding back, so let's just copy the active. Alright, good. At this point he would say, okay, everything is good. My communications, your communications, my controls. Good. So now we have a little bit of time until we can start the approach briefing. So we can enjoy the views. And the views are quite nice. Look at this. Oh wow. Look at this beautiful livery in this sun rays, in these sun rays. Are looking absolutely lovely. It is a military airport, yeah. Профессор Васлав, если не сложно, покажи, пожалуйста, чарт захода ILS в Srinagar. Of course, I can show you the chart, no problem. Here it is. Here is the chart. Have a look. So final approach course 313, frequency 108.3. DAV required. We are restricted to maximum 185 knots. This is for a reason, because otherwise our ground speed is going to be very high. Transition altitude 20,000 feet, so transition level is going to be flight level 210. In fact, I should probably check this on the box. I'm not sure the box would get this right. Yeah, it's definitely not. We'll put flight level 210 as a transition. Man, we're climbing slow today. We're not that heavy. Or are we climbing normally? I don't know. Aviator, the fact that it also simulates 1 or 2 packs not showing up for the flight is actually quite cool. Or the opposite, like extra passengers would also be pretty cool. Oh wow, we're getting a beautiful sunset here. Like very pink clouds in real life. The airplane takes on a halo when we fly. Yeah. Really neat. Can already see our destination. Pretty fast this flight, pretty quick. And with all the extra cuts that we just did, I mean, there's no traffic, so why not do it? Sun is still pretty high. I'm wondering if I set up the timing correctly. But maybe, well, maybe this is actually the perfect time. It's okay, no turbulence. All good, airplane is behaving nicely. Спасибо большое, просто подписка на Виграф закончилась. Вообще без проблем. In a week time, I'll be stepping up in a real commercial jet airplane. Since, I mean, how much time it's been? I haven't flown for 3 years, I think. Holy cow, can you believe that? I haven't stepped on a proper commercial airplane for 3 years? Damn. I'm very excited to do that. It's gonna be cool. I'm gonna send some pictures to you guys. And maybe even make like some sort of a, I don't know, some sort of a vlog. I don't like to appear on videos, but I can be behind the camera just showing stuff and talking. Speaking of which, I need to publish my flight to Spain for you guys, because I've edited that for a while. It should be up for the crew members of the channel. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, passing flight level 310. Now we're still climbing good. Maybe it's just my feeling. I mean, we're 15 minutes out. It's not bad. Definitely not bad. The aviator this livery of the A321 looks like a modified version of an existent A320NEO livery and has been modified without the author's permission. The original livery author is my friend and he confirmed. Oh, really? Well, that sucks. How did you find out? Or is there any giveaways? Which explains the weird areas around the wing box. You mean this here, right? Oh well. Well, I can't change it now, so sorry, I'm gonna stick to it until the end of the flight. We are 1000 to go. Already maintaining vertical speed plus 1000, so just keep going. But yeah, the link for this livery is in the description, I think. Confirm that the registration is right, but I think it's the one that I placed there. So you could just send a message to the guy. Clouds are looking nice today. Mac Alt Star. And Alt Cruise. Fantastic. Alright. Let's give it a little bit of speed, because why not? And let's start the approach briefing. Are you ready for the approach briefing? Yes, I'm ready for the approach briefing. So, pilot monitoring starts the approach briefing. Or in this case it actually would be the opposite, but I'll place these positions. So, aware arrival directly to the ILS runway 31 into Srinagar, page 11-1, effective from the 8th of August 2024. MSA from the sector from where we are arriving is 17,100 feet. There is 19,500 feet on the northern side to the high elevation mountains, and also towards the southwestern quadrant to 17,600. So we'll definitely have to pay attention to the terrain around this. The approach will be a standard ILS. Minimums are going to be 5,694. Airport is sitting at 5,487 feet, so pretty high up there. And in case we go missed, we're going to climb straight ahead to 8,000 feet. And climbing turn right to join the VOR holding at 10,800 or as directed. This approach is a normal 3-degree descent. And in case we have a failure of the glide path, we can revert to localizer, just update the minimums and follow the table. As for the extra fuel, we still got about, well, it states here 29 minutes. I'm going to assume a little bit less, like 25 to 20 minutes of extra time, just to play it safe. Okay, then pilot flying. Good. Transition level is going to be flight level 210. We'll use the autopilot with LS push buttons for automatic capture of the glide slope and localizer. In order to be stabilized, we have to be 1,000 feet AGL, so I'll assume to be stabilized by 6,500 feet indicated. Our stop margin with flaps full and auto brake low is 984 meters, so we can safely stop there without any problem. We'll use reverse normal and auto brake low. The planned exit is going to be at the very end of the runway, even though we don't have it on the charts, but essentially there is 2 small exits at the very end of the runway where the civil apron is. So that's where we'll do. There is no hotspots, no special operations, and no non-standards operations. And now the pilot monitoring, which would be you guys, would have to to discuss a little bit about the threats. So, give me a threat that we can have on our arrival at airport. Just leave a comment. Any threat. The tail livery Air India Express has a unique pattern for each aircraft. Are you serious? For like each aircraft? The tail livery of this aircraft is taken from the Victor Tango Alpha Tango Delta livery of the A320NEO. It doesn't have the actual Victor Tango Romeo Tango Delta design. Okay, I see now. I didn't know that. Sorry, man. Sorry. I don't think there's a problem with you using it, but my friend will send a copyright claim to the uploader. Yeah, that's good. Because he hasn't given any credit to the original author as well. Yeah, makes sense. That's not very good. T-Fox, hi! Safe flights. Thank you very much. Good to see you here. How are you doing? Swappy. So Swappy said terrain. Okay, yes, terrain is definitely a threat. So how can we mitigate this threat? So what could you as a pilot do to be more aware of your surroundings and avoid close proximity with the terrain and unwanted aircraft states? While you guys think about it, Synchronous Flyer is saying runway conditions. Ha! This one is cool because actually the runway is not exactly flat because of ortho or map enhancement in this case, so it's not perfect and there might be some bumps. So actually that is something to have into consideration. But yeah, with terrain now, what would you do to mitigate the proximity with the terrain? And also rip views because it's all cloudy. That's fine. Terrain radar on, check MSAs. The Aviator, spot on. Because I don't think the weather is that bad, and we checked basically all forecasts. There is no significant stuff. I would have terrain radar on both sides, or at least on my side as pilot flying, and leave the weather radar on the side of the pilot monitoring. Very, very good. Exactly, I agree, and that, to me at least, would almost finish the threats. I'll add another one in case of missed approach because of the high elevation of the airport, higher temperature. The performance of the airplane is not going to be very significant. So in case of a go-around or in case of a in case of an engine failure, the performance is going to be very significantly degraded. So we'll have to pay significant attention to our configuration. And you know what? Just because of that, I will actually change the flap setting just because of the missed approach. Engine out climb gradient, let's see here. Engine out climb go around gradient 4.9%. If I put the flaps full, 4.5. Okay, the difference is not incredible. So okay, I'll stick with flaps full then. But that's something to have into consideration. Okay, I think we spoke about that. Now, regarding automation, I'll use the autopilot pretty much until we'll be stabilized and then disconnect into a manual landing. There is no supplementary procedures and special operations. No LVO. In case of degraded guidance, we already spoke. In case of loss of glide slope. Otherwise, we'll probably be reverting to a VOR. Yeah, there is a VOR approach there, but in that case, I'll just go around and try again. And yeah, we don't have dangerous goods on board, so as far as I'm concerned, the briefing is complete. Very good. That was very nice. Well done, guys. Very well done. Alright, how far are we? 114 miles from top of descent. The clouds are looking fantastic. I don't know what is going on here, but I really like the clouds. I'd love to get the views, but it's not too bad. And I will try on... I'll try to fly on Thursday, maybe? Maybe Thursday I'll try to fly the Delta flight in the United States again, to practice a little bit more. So, yeah, I'll get that one. РФСР вас, кстати, Влад, хотел спросить, почему ты не летаешь ивенты в VATSIM или ты любишь спокойные полеты? Я люблю спокойные полеты, и часто бывает такое, что в ивентах слишком много людей, и это просто путаница. К тому же часто приходится долго ждать клиренса, или разрешения на взлет, или разрешения на посадку, и у меня, к сожалению, не так много времени для того, чтобы такие вещи делать. К тому же становится очень трудно разговаривать с чатом, когда постоянный говор в эфире. Поэтому да. It's a good question. So actually RFS Airbus is asking me why am I not flying more events like on VATSIM? Like am I not liking them or something? And the answer is not exactly that I don't like them, but it's just that to fly an event, usually you have to go onto the date of the event on the time, and then when you are there, you spend quite a lot of time getting the clearance, getting the clearance for departure, clearance for takeoff, then you can have delays on the approach, and then I've seen a lot of posts on Reddit, and maybe this is wrong because it's not exactly my opinion, but I just see a lot of people complaining about people who do not know how to fly and just go to those events, and they kind of screw up the experience for everybody else. So yeah, I don't like that. And also, it would be completely difficult to talk to you. We had this the other day. Where were we flying? From Copenhagen, I think? Yeah, we were going from Copenhagen. There was Copenhagen Center. Great ATC. But it was very, very hard to communicate with you. You would asking me questions, like what do you think of this or that, and it would be hard for me to talk because then ATC would be talking over me, and then I would be having a hard time concentrating because I was trying to pick up whether he was saying something to me or not, and then I would still miss a call. So it's kind of like, you know, I like it, but at the same time, it's okay. If we're gonna fly an event, probably I'll just do the event and I'll have minimal communication with you, so I'll always try to balance things. Oh, the Aviator, very good one. Also, possible caution would be not to fly too far west accidentally so as to avoid entering Pakistani airspace, as Indian airlines are not allowed to enter. A very, very good one. I did not think of that one. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We still have quite a lot of space because that comes close to terrain here, but that is for sure. Here's the border. In fact, yeah, right here. So you have a lot of space still. Like, this is the initial approach fix, and gives us plenty of space to go there. But still, that's a good one. That is definitely a good one. I would definitely, though, fly straight ahead. Having an engine failure, straight ahead, gain as much altitude as I could, and then turn back. But that's a nice consideration. Well done. Coincidentally, I flew on the exact aircraft a few months before the incident from Chandigarh to Mumbai. What happened there? I'm not aware. Oh yes, look at the views! Finally! We have a little bit of open skies and beautiful views. I just love watching, I don't know why, but in real life when I flew my hour building flights and so on, and every time I see a river doing all those bends, I don't know, it's so beautiful. The way it goes, it's almost, I don't know, it's really awesome. Nature is beautiful. It's fantastic, and it's a privilege to be able to fly. Most of the people today, I don't think people really understand how incredible it is still to have the ability to fly. It is such a crazy thing, such incredible, I don't know. And yeah, it is so cool. You can buy a ticket for, I don't know, 30 euros, 50 euros, even 100 euros to go to somewhere in a machine that costs 100 millions. In order to operate, you have to spend 100k or close to that, and yeah, you are flying at 12 kilometers of altitude in conditions that will kill you in 25 seconds at almost the speed of sound. That's incredible. Like, it is very cool. Oh! An Indigo A321 accidentally entered Pakistani airspace trying to avoid weather. It entered the hailstorm and its red dome got severely damaged. That's not cool. Yeah, that's not cool. Look at those mountains. I also love mountains. So every time I see like a scenery with mountains, it's just, I don't know, it looks very cool. Very zen-like. Kind of just can look forever. And that is so beautiful. I'd love to have an opportunity someday in my life to actually see this mountainscape for real, because it must be absolutely incredible. Yeah, wind is not too bad. We're even getting a 12-knot tailwind here, almost. Even less than that. So, pretty good. Pretty good, I would say. Alright, let me check my fuel situation here. So it's nice and balanced. 2050 plus 3920 gives us 5970. We've burned 30 kilos on the APU. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good, pretty right. And our diversion fuel, just confirming that again. Diversion fuel was 2.8. Yeah, 2.8 diversion fuel. We have 3.9. We have 1.1 ton up above the diversion fuel, which is very good. Which is very good. Outside view. I really like the way this livery looks. Can your friend paint a proper one then, so that we can later do a different stream with his work? The aviator I had a once-in-a-lifetime aviation experience in April. Got to fly the 747-400 from Bangalore to Frankfurt. Whoa! I was allowed to sit in the captain's seat after landing and had a nice chat with pilots. Dude, that is awesome. Congratulations. I saw 747s in my life, including a 747-400. In Frankfurt a long time ago. I was 15 at the time, and those things are massive, but I've never been into one. I'd love to, but still didn't get the chance or the reason to go into one. I think it's more the reason than the chance. Okay, we're approaching top of descent, not very far from it. Mesar has to be at 18,000. At above 18,000, then DME 31 at above 15, then 11. So Mesar at 18,000, and then it's going to be a pretty fast drop down to 8,000. Yeah, 6.4%. slopes. So, Misar being at 18,000, we are at 34. Let's do 34 minus 18, that'll be 24. That's gonna be 16. 16 times 3 is gonna be 48. So 48 miles from Misar. Let's 48 miles from there. In fact, I don't need that. I can just go here and do this. I just like to have the graph actually, so let's do like that. I said 46, right? No, 48, sorry. 48. Okay, and we're descending well below that. Even if I had plus 10, that would be 58. 58. Okay, spot on. Seems good. I take that. Progress page. Let's just clear that. Very good. I'll come back with the constraint page. Very beautiful. The aviator, he has switched to Microsoft Flight Sim since a couple of years, so he stopped making liveries for X-Plane. Ah, okay. Well, totally fine. Wish we had a good 747 X-Plane. Syncrash Flyer. Yep. I mean, I could say we have the Toliss, but I'm sure you are on the same page as me that the Toliss is very good, but I want a proper modern 747. We had one, I think the SSG 747 was actually pretty fine until they stopped updating it and went with the FPS, and now it costs a bunch more and it still looks like it kind of sucks, which is honestly very sad because I like the SSG one. But it's unsupported, doesn't have the weather radar, and I believe probably now with the latest versions it's not going to be pretty stable as well, so that is unfortunate. The aviator, he's one of the best livery painters for Microsoft Flight Sim. Very cool. Does he do custom designs? Like completely custom designs? Or like an invent a new design? I got to fly in an old A321-100 as well with IES-1 instruments. Got to visit the cockpit in that as well. Damn. Dude, I'm pretty sure I flew on one of those as well. Not on the A321, or maybe I flew on the A321 because I flew Lufthansa one. It was still the old one with the IE engines and wingtip fences. So maybe it was the one. Alright, 5,000 to go. Let's drop to 18. And I'll initiate descent slightly earlier. So we'll do this. Manage speed. And descent. Now this is my flow. Pilot monitoring will do the following. Cabin crew, start of descent. And that's it. Hoping to return back to India on the Lufthansa A340-300 to Mumbai. Those are supposed to be retiring soon, right? I think they are. Like, at autumn. Probably they'll wait until the end of the summer season. And I think they wanted to retire those as well. As well with the A340-600. So far he hasn't done any custom liveries to my knowledge. Okay. Totally fine. Thrust idle. And there we go. On to the descent. 18,000 set. We're doing good. Let's check the weather through the X-Plane map. yes, I can get it now. Good. So, QNH. Yes, see, the meter states 1017. And here it states QNH 1019. Light and variable is correct. Visibility more than 10 miles, which is again incorrect because it should be 6. Sky conditions, few, 7,900 feet MSL. I don't know from where are they getting this, because it's few at 2,500 and scattered at 10,000. So it's like, even here from the Toliss, it's getting it right. I don't know. It's really weird, but I'll have to adjust this. Temperature is... well, temperature is correct. Good on that. Well, wind is light and variable, that's good. Temperature 18, I'll put 18 here. And I'll put 1019 here. Okay. Off we go. Look at this view. Holy moly. It is looking beautiful. And I guess I picked up a nice time to fly here with the sunset. Speed. He has made beautiful Air Indian non-express deliveries for the Toliss A321CEO, A319, 321NEO, and the A320NEO. So possibly I have his liveries. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I have. Okay, now because we're approaching mountains, I'm gonna elect to switch on the seatbelt sign a little bit earlier. Because we could get a tiny bit of turbulence, not much, but mountains are mountains. And the view is absolute, like, holy cow. Is it not amazing? I feel like it is. I also feel like I could just pull... we have 40 miles to go. Let's see, if I put vertical speed, and I do manage speed, so speed, vertical speed, and I do like 250 to start with. We're gonna be slowing down in no time, and we will not require to do a level off, which is better. Because we need to slow down to 185 knots. Because I see he was adding thrust, so burning a little bit extra fuel, when actually later we'll need to slow down, which... so why now burn gas when we can just make a shallower descent and bleed off the extra speed without any problems, because we'll still need to slow down to 185. If you downloaded it from the creator Aryan Sharma from the org, then you would be using his liveries. Let me see, does he put anything on the folder of the livery? Because I do have some Air India stuff, and if I go here, Toliss 321 liveries, let me see here, Neo, Air India. Yep, that's his. Look, wait, no full screen. Check this out. This is the thumbnail. That's him. I have his livery. I have this one saved for a future flight. I was thinking of flying with this one, but I kind of just I like the other one, the Express India. But yeah, I have his stuff then. He has a bunch of them and they are very, very good. Flap 1, 138. I don't know why is it not showing the thing there. Alright, activate approach phase, please. Approach phase activated. Why is it not showing the flap limit? That's weird. But we're slowing down pretty nicely. And Srinagar is right in this valley. Whoops, wrong button. Now I feel like I should have picked his livery. He's part of the Hughes liveries team for Microsoft Flight Sim. I don't fly Microsoft Flight Sim, so I don't exactly know what that is. Speed is checked, flaps 1. Flap lever not 0. Well, yes. Are we having a failure right here? Flight control flap lever not 0. Well, yes. That's what's supposed to be. We're correct on the limitation. What? But everything worked fine. There was something with the computer. Alright, I'll clear the caution for now. Let's add a bit of speed brakes. And there's transition level. QNH 1019er set on all sides. Reading 20,700 now. That's cross-checked. Good. Alright, one thing that I'm now thinking that could have been understood here. There is something with the flight computer going on. Weird stuff. Let's go speed check flaps 2. But now it's fine. And now it shows the correct. What? Could that be because we were way too high? Maybe. Maybe that could be it. Alright, let's put 15,000 next. Alright, because the 10,000 feet is actually like 15,000. We're gonna do the 15,000 flow instead of the 10,000. Should have spoke about this on the briefing. The view is absolutely fantastic. It's just beautiful. Holy shit. There's our profile. Let's see, 13,000 next. 15 to 13. So we can do like this. Good. We're doing very good. Martim, bonjour, Vlad, abraço. Martim, grande abraço. Estou-me a tentar lembrar quem é, poça. São muitos nomes, pá, eu sou terrível com nomes. Mas obrigado por vir. Speed not checked. Well, the speed was checked. I was within the limits. My guess is that it was too high to deploy the flaps. But it is weird. That's my only guess. Oh, it's 11,000, not 13,000. Yeah, I gotta speed that up. Put it to idle. That's where we lose some altitude. In fact, we could just do manage thrust idle descent at this point. And I can put 8,000 feet. We're good on the speed. Saved some fuel, definitely. 3.5, and we're estimating to be arriving with 3.4. Diversion is 2.8. So that's excellent. I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to go to the manuals and see if there's actually like an altitude, a max altitude for flaps deployment or so on, but it would be really weird. Here, it would be possible to go to 185 maximum speed without flaps. I mean, anywhere would be pretty much impossible. Look at that nose down. That nose down. This could be probably quite a nice place to do some gliding as well. Alright, 15,000 feet, we'll assume it is the 10,000 feet flow. LS push button is on. We've got QNH, and we've got 10,000 feet flow approach checklist. Barrel ref, QNH 1019 set and cross-checked. Seatbelts on. And speaking of this, cabin crew prepare for landing. Which should be done even higher. But anyway, minimum 5,694, auto brake low, engine mode selector normal, approach checklist complete. The Aviator, if you haven't done it yet, I highly recommend trying an approach into Leh. It's a high altitude landing procedure with AP bleeds on and involves creating custom waypoints in the MCDU. Circle to land procedure over the mountains. That is on the list. It's literally on the list. It could be one of the next one. In fact, I was thinking of doing it, but the problem is with map enhancement, the runway there becomes really bumpy. Like properly really bumpy. And it's not very cool. So I want to create a patch, like a basic flattening patch, but in order to do it, I would have to spend a little bit of time, and right now I don't have that time. Or I could just flatten the area, but if I flatten the area, it's going to really break down the surrounding terrain, which is very, very interesting. Swappy, that message was indeed due to flaps not allowed at high altitude. Okay, well, makes sense, and then it is a non-standard, non-standard event. Should have braved it. Iveo India has published some very helpful documentation for the approach procedure into this airport. I will check it out. Is it available to the public, or you need to create an account for it? Are you using the custom scenery for the airport because the author has provided his own ortho files for the airport as well as in the upload? Good question. I don't remember. I don't think I am. I don't think I am. And check this out, guys. This is the thing with the high altitude or high elevation airports. By the way, localizer live, glide slope alive. We're basically on the path. It looks like we could just capture it at this point. I'll wait until we get a little bit closer, and then we'll do a capture. But yeah, check this out. We are flying indicated 185, right? True airspeed is 223. That's almost 40 knots faster. Ground speed 217. Oh yeah, significant. Bit hazy, not much, but a bit hazy. Yeah, we're definitely getting there. Alright, let's adjust the vertical speed. Minus 1,000. And we're 16. We'll wait until the 15 miles. I'll arm the approach. Missed approach altitude is 10,800. Alright. Approach mode armed. AP1, AP2. Localizer, Cap 3 dual, autopilot 1+2. Let's do minus 700 here. Let it capture it. You can make a custom ortho file for. You can make a custom ortho file for the airport and use the airport smoothing feature. It doesn't completely flatten the airport. I know I kind of use it, glide slope. I kind of use it, but it's not. I don't think it's perfect. So yeah. Swappy, I believe with map enhancement you can flatten the runway with the recent update. I'll have to do it. Профессор, вас мягкой посадки, я уже тоже подхожу. Спасибо тебе большое, желаю тебе тоже мягкой посадки. Так, я посмотрю, где ты тут летишь. Окей, у нас хорошая сепарация. Okay, because we've captured the light slope, I'll set the missed approach altitude. Let's do manage speed. Let the airplane slowly start to slow down, and boy, I don't see it very well up ahead. I mean, I see kinda. But yeah. We're good. We're still good. 6,500 feet is the stabilized altitude. Remember that. I'll see it. The aviator, I provided link to the custom scenery for the airport as well above. The problem is YouTube blocks all the links, so we're not able to see it. It's probably just available for you. If you have Discord, please join our Discord and send the link there. That'll be very nice. Right, let's go. Flaps 3 and gear down. Speed is checked. Flaps 3, gear down. Alright, sterile cockpit at this point. Speed is checked. Let's call for flaps full.
2,000.
Checked. Landing checklist. Make a memo. Landing no blue. Landing checklist complete. Beauty. That was a very, very scenic approach. And with the right sun time. That was well picked. Okay, we're stabilized. Let's go autopilot off. I want to have fly for a little bit. Cat 1. A bit of crosswind from the right. It's gonna probably drop down. Still have 1,300 feet to go till the runway. You just joined the Discord, I'll send it there. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very, very much. Alright, let's have a safe landing here.
$1,000.
Yeah, we're stable. Two whites to reds, looking good. The bright area that's lit up with all those lights is the civil apron. A bit of a tailwind there. If somebody subscribed now, thank you very much. I can't see it.
100 above. 500.
Check.
Minimum
Continue.
400.
Land. Yeah, the wind is definitely not
300.
variable 2 knots, but I'll take that.
200.
Terrain.
Let's
Pull.
check.
100.
That's because of the radio
Pull.
out.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
And I said it would be bumpy. Spoilers. Reverse green. D-cell calls the pilot monitoring. $70 knots.
Auto brake off.
And I'll tell him to start the APU now, non-standard, just because it's a very short taxi. Alright, and I do this, 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 and I'll wait with the strobes. And now the pilot monitoring does this, 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 and starts CPU, which he already did. Good. That one was just bumpy because of the runway. I think we actually did a very good job on flaring it. Alright. As we are about to vacate the runway, strobes back to auto. Clear left, clear right, no traffic here. After landing checklist. Flaps up, radar and protecting wind shear off. After landing checklist complete. Srinagar traffic, Express India 1012, runway 31 vacated. Alright, so where do I park? Actually, let's go straight ahead, why not? Lights off. Get the brake fans on. Minutes on the engine, cool down, good. APU valve. Alright, parking brake is set, engine's off, seatbelt sign off, beacon light off when below 5%, ding, and first officer does this, 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 and this, and then does this 2000, which is already in, actually stand by. Parking checklist. Parking checklist, parking brake or chock set, engines off, external lights, whoops, set, oh my god, that was a freeze. Fuel pumps off, yellow electric pump off. Parking checklist complete. No wait, it was actually attached already. Cockpit door disarmed. Very nice. Very, very nice. I'm happy how it turned out. Let's see if we can see RFS Airbus landing. Where is he? Or maybe he landed already. No, he didn't. There he is. We're gonna watch his landing as well. And then we'll watch our replay. That parking could have been better. I hate the brake fan noise. I'll disable that. Let me reset this. Beautiful. Alright, can we see him? Can we see him? But what I'm talking about, bumpy runway, is that. That's why we floated so much. There he is. That's why we floated so much, because essentially the runway is a down slope, and then I touched down on one of these upgoing things, so we went kind of below it, and then we hit on it. That's why it was. Oh, there's a little bit of banking there. Let's watch it. Swappy, gotta go. Great stream. See you next time, Vlad. Swappy, thank you very much for being here. We'll catch you on the next one. Have a great week. Alright, let's see the landing of the 737. I'm actually almost missing to fly on different airplanes because it's been all Airbus all the time. I like it. Airbus is great. But I like the diversity as well. Is the light actually... Is it one of those pulse lights, or is it just not loading for me? Maybe it's just not loading. I don't know. Yeah, you can properly see the slope, like... Should have probably flattened the runway. Alright, here it goes. Beautiful mountainscape. And well done, like literally in the sunset. That's beautiful. Wait. Can I get it? Yeah, I can. Screenshot. Bang. No Airbus. No, I prefer Airbus, but yeah. Okay, let's watch a replay of the landing. Let's watch the replay of the landing, which was a large float. I'll probably come back to about here. And let's see. There we go, and boom. Ah, that was very good. That was properly good. That was very nice. The Aviator, alright, gotta hit the bay of the hay. Lovely stream, see you next time. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for all the help you've been providing with the links and so on. I will be checking that on the Discord, and I'm definitely gonna start using the Haze plugin, and probably the... I'll put the Topaz plugin as well in. So yeah, thank you very much. And for you guys, I'm gonna leave this probably, I don't know, I'm kind of wanting to leave it from like the beginning of the approach, from like here, because it's just so beautiful. So I'll probably just do that, and I'll leave it until engine shutdown. So yeah, РФС Airbus, спасибо тебе тоже за полет, очень классно ты слетал, молодец, хорошая посадка. Вот, так что да, приходи еще. So yeah, I think I'll leave the landing from here, just on the replay. So enjoy this wing view approach into Srinagar. Great. Next one is definitely gonna be into Leh as we go to India, or maybe we fly to somewhere else. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, guys, thank you very much. I wish you all a great week. Stay awesome, and we'll find you on the next flight. Bye bye. Oh, that Fuka, it's great to have you here as well. Oh, by the way, get ready, because we are definitely going to do the group flight, so I want you there. It would be so awesome to see you there and succeed and do the flight with everybody on VATSIM. That would be so cool. So yeah, stick around for that. Thank you very much, guys. Have a nice week. Have a nice week.